Hello, Froggy here, and today we'll be getting to the end of the Lightblade strike from Patrol. But first we're going to need to head into Queen's Bailey. This has actually been my favorite out of map this expansion so far. A lot of fun to do, not too difficult, and you get to enjoy some of the strike areas that you sort of rush through otherwise. Plus there's just a lot of cool stuff to see. I'd recommend doing this on a Titan, although Warlock can definitely do it, and maybe Hunter, but one part will be a bit sketchy later on. So we're just going to head into this room here, which is as far as you can go normally in Patrol. There's a door to the right here, which is blocked. You can see this one right here. I'm just gonna clear some of these enemies real quick so they don't bother us. And there's a nice set of platforms that we can use to just jump right up to where the hole is. I just enjoy how much there is to climb on in this room. Just very satisfying to do, doesn't require any special tech going on. And right up here, want to make sure you go into the farther hole. This one isn't a drop, but if you drop too early there, you will miss it. So unfortunately this entire thing is blocked by this sort of chainmail box. But, you know, if you're looking at the time on the video, you can probably guess that it's actually intangible. Moving on, we can just walk right along the path. One of the cool details that I don't know if you get to see from In the Strike is all of these hive ships at the base of this building. It's kind of neat to see where they dock. There's also naturally some spots that are empty because, you know, there are some ships out and about. We're approaching the load for Temple of the Navigator. I got pretty lucky in that I hit it successfully the first time, so I'll just show you a nice convenient drop. It's really close to the push barrier, so we're lucky we can drop into it at all. And there we go. You can technically go a bit further, but it'll be easier to go in the map. But before we do that, there's a very important room you need to see. The Purple Room. Full of only purple and butterflies. So, you know, yep, pretty nice room. Anyways, let's move on. Just going to do a bit of backtracking by dying to get back into the map. Just going to go ahead and die right where I spawned. Luckily, the nerf to self-damage from grenade launchers has not impacted us too much there. So this part is pretty straightforward. You don't really need the little moving cart for most of this, so just gonna zoom through this. It is nice to be able to take the time to actually look around this spot, because during the strike, you feel compelled to move forwards at a given speed. And from here, it's a simple sword flight. Warlock would have an easy time too. I'm not as sure what you would do on a Hunter, but there might be enough little jumping points on the side. As soon as you reach the end of the tunnel, you can drop right down. One of the first things you'll notice is that you are not affected by any of the slowness stuff you'd get in the strike. It makes it a lot easier to find holes out of the map here, and there are a fair number. It took me about 30 seconds to find this one when I was trying from the strike after beating the boss on the storyline quest. I climbed back on up and found that one right away. From here we can fly under the map all the way to the boss room. And there is a very special friend awaiting us there. Something I was afraid we would never see again once Titan was sunset. The good old donut monsters. It's a little bit of a different variant than the one we got on Titan, but the same principle. The three circly donut guys that will occasionally move around the map a bit. Just gonna head to this pillar here and drop on down. When you get low enough, the fog goes away. There you can see the statue at the end of the strike. And here we go. You can see that one's moving around a bit. There's one in the distance. Let's see if I can get the fog to go away a bit. There we go. As you can see, it's a lot swampier than the Titan variant, but sure enough, we've got the donut monsters again. It is very nice to once again be able to visit them out of the map. They're intangible naturally, and unfortunately if you try to get up to them, you'll find yourself deep in the fog layer. As you can see, I just jump up a little bit and it's gone. Oh, that beeps reminding me a little bit of R2-D2 there. Speaking of which, there's that little swamp monster that also gives me some Star Wars vibes. And these little frog guys. Not as cute as the Nessus frogs, but oh well. And I've got a bonus OOB for you here. When I came back here with Henry to try to test a possible IRB auto-res that didn't pan out, he found this hole over here, which you can probably use to get to the same place that I did. Just going to climb up in here and over this top bit, and now we're outside of the tunnel that you run through to the next area. And naturally you can drop off the side of the map here and sword fly wherever. But I'll leave that one as an exercise to the viewer. I hope you're having as fun exploring the new Witch Queen content out of map as I am. I'll see you on the next one.